Hey there, everybody. It's Mr. Raise the Screen Roamer here, bringing you Social Studies Module 4 review. Okay, I want to go ahead and take a look at each lesson review so that you're prepared for the Module 4 test. What I'm going to do is go over these, and then I recommend that you go back over them on your own to double check and make sure that you understand the lessons from this module. All right, so just as a review, you can see I'm on lesson 1 right up here. Okay, slide 8 out of 9. So the second, the last slide, okay, is the review, and it will always say, what did I learn? So here are some of the things that you should have learned, and then let's just jump right into here. Okay, now, cause and effect, we're going to be looking at these causes and then matching them up with these effects over here. What I always like to do is start with the ones that I know, and then I can kind of limit my choices along the way. Right here, I know the first one, tea tax. Okay, so think about that. Is it going to go with Boston Tea Party? Obviously, we know that one, Boston Tea Party. Now it's getting a little harder. I know military presence in Boston caused some, tension. Okay, and that caused the Boston Massacre, where I think 5 people were shot and killed. Okay, so that one is correct. Let's see here. The cost of the French and Indian War. Okay, that I know that caused England to spend a lot of money, so they put some taxes on the colonies. Now these two, getting a little bit harder. The Stamp Act. Okay, they put taxes on printed materials. Okay, that didn't ban westward expansion, no, so I think it caused protests and boycotts. Hey, I got it. Now the Proclamation of 1763, okay, wasn't quite sure on that one, I didn't remember that, but it's a ban on westward expansion. It means that the colonists couldn't go and explore and then settle areas west of the colonies. Okay, got them all right there. I'm going to go ahead and pause and come back with lesson 2. Okay, everybody, here we are in lesson 2, slide 10 of 11. And we've got a review right here. And what this one was looking at, there's a lot of objectives right here. And we're talking about patriots, okay, and they supported independence, while loyalists supported remaining to stay loyal or with Great Britain. And then we also had some people that were undecided. Okay, they didn't know, hey, should we stick with Britain? Should we become our own country? So that's the main thing from this lesson. And what we need to do is match up these terms to the correct location down here. Loyalists, stay with Great Britain. Patriots, become an independent nation. And then people that were undecided. Okay, excuse me. There is strength in the empire. Okay, so they want to stay with the empire. That's going to have to be loyalists. Okay, let's see here. British taxes weaken the economy. Who would be mad about British taxes? Think about it. That's right, the patriots. Okay, people who wanted to be free. Okay, boycotts hurt the colonists. So a boycott is when they stopped buying something, okay, from England. So loyalists wanted to continue, and I believe that they thought that the boycotts or not buying something hurt the people that were in the colony. Okay, they were influenced by propaganda. So propaganda would be things like pamphlets and newspaper articles, leaflets, things like that. And who were they trying to convince? The loyalists and the patriots were trying to convince these guys over here to join them. Okay, so that's the use of propaganda or printed material. Okay, they were not sure which side to support. That one's easy, the undecided. Okay, they used propaganda to convince people. Okay, probably both of them did right here, but this group right here really put a lot of things out, like Thomas Paine's Common Sense, okay, when he wrote something that was more in the words of an average person, okay? So they were trying to convince people, I think, okay? That makes sense to me. Okay, the largest group of people. Not sure. Okay, not sure on that one. Okay, remain part of Britain. Let's get that one. These guys definitely. They want to become part of Britain. Okay, they want to have freedom from Britain. That one's easy. The Patriots. And then this one right here, the largest group. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were undecided. Okay, I don't remember reading that, but I think that's right. Let's see if we got it. Largest group being the undecided. Hey, look at that. We got it. Okay, I'm going to pause, come back with lesson 3. Hey there, everybody. Lesson 3 right here. Let's take a look at the lesson summary. Okay, and we can see this painting right here, and it says this painting shows a group of Minutemen leaving their homes to go to battle against the British soldiers. Okay, many British soldiers living in Massachusetts took up arms against the British troops to defend and fight their rights. Okay, when they say take up arms, that means they got their weapons ready. The battles of Lexington and Concord were the beginning of a struggle that lasted 8 years. Okay, so this one all has to do with the events leading up to the war, the Minutemen, the Battle of Lexington and Concord, things like that. They've got a lot of different things right here. They all have to do with the major military battles, key people, things like that. Let's take a look at the check right here. What did Paul Revere and William Dawes and Samuel Prescott do? Okay, did they warn Patriot colonists about the arrival of British troops? Did they rode to Boston together? They led troops into battle, or did they warn the British troops about hidden militiamen near Boston? Okay, if you think about it, Paul Revere, okay, he set out to warn the Patriot colonists about the arrival of British troops. Remember, 1 if by land and 2 if by sea. Let's see if we got it right. Yay. Okay, next one. Who were the Minutemen? Okay, did they cook eggs in a minute? That one's ridiculous. Were they small toy soldiers? That one's ridiculous. So it's probably one of these two. Citizen soldiers ready to battle at a moment's notice. Yes, I think it's that one, but let's look at the last one. Architects who prepared very detailed plans. No way. Okay, so they're soldiers who were ready to go very quickly, like in a minute. That's why they're called Minutemen. All right, there we go. Let's go to the next one. What were the British troops looking for in Concord? Were they looking for books? Doubtful. Imported tea? Maybe. Imported clothing? Maybe. Weapons? Ooh, they were probably looking for weapons, so the colonists couldn't fight back. Let's see if we got it. Got it. Here we go, next one. Why were the battles of Lexington and Concord important? Okay, they were the first battles? Maybe. The colonists ran out of weapons? I don't think so. They were the last battles of the war. I know that they were not. Okay, and the British easily won. No, they did not easily win. I think they won, but they showed that the colonists were able to fight. Okay, so they were the first battles of the war. And they did. They showed that the colonists were ready to fight back. Now, they lost, but they were ready. That's correct. Okay, next. Where was most of the Battle of Bunker Hill fought? Okay, actually, it wasn't on Bunker Hill. Okay, Boston, Cambridge, Breeders' Hill. Okay, so they set up on Breeders' Hill, but it's named Bunker Hill, the Battle of Bunker Hill. All right, let's see here. Got it. All right. And that is it for this lesson. Okay, lesson 4 coming your way. Hey, everybody, lesson 4. Here we go. So, and within this lesson, what they're looking for, the path to revolution. Okay, it included battles with the British troops and disagreements with King George III. Okay, it also included, right here, okay, development of political ideas that would shape the future of the American colonies. Okay, so historical documents like the Magna Carta and the philosophers like John Locke influenced leaders. Okay, the committees of correspondence created a network of communication between the colonies, which led to the first unified government, the Continental Congress. So when you see this network, you can always think about like a TV network, but it wasn't. Okay, they didn't have TVs, they didn't have communication. They had to have a committee of correspondence to get information or communication between the colonies, and that's what they created. So lots of objectives right here. Okay, let's go ahead to our check. This one's kind of different. We have to fill in the blank right here. Okay, the committees of correspondence. We just talked about that. Communication formed a blank of communication between the colonies. A series, a network, television, or door. We just talked about that. Okay, it's a network. Okay, a system. That's what we got it right. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the next one. The First Continental Congress met in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now remember, these guys, okay, when they met, that was treason, okay, which you could be executed for. You could be killed for just suggesting that you want to break away from the colonies. Okay, so did they met in a school, a farmhouse, chambers, or in secret? Okay, if they're going to be killed, they better meet in secret. Okay, that's correct. Let's try next one. The blank branch petition sent King George III, and they asked him to end the fighting. Okay, so some people asked, hey, let's work this out. Was it the pine, maple, cedar, or olive branch? Okay, olive branch is a sign of peace. Okay, so it's the olive branch. Okay, let's try next one. Here we go. The Magna Carta is a blank that was created in 1215 by King John of England. Okay, is it a drawing, a musical, a dish, or a charter? Okay, I know it's not a drawing, a musical, a dish. Okay, charter is just a document. Okay, it's a legal document. Okay, and let's see if we got it. Yep, so sometimes you just have to eliminate the ones that it's not. Okay. Thomas Paine used blank language to get the message of independence to the people. I talked about this in a different review. Complicated, legal, plain, or fancy. Okay, he's talking to the people. Okay, blacksmiths, carpenters, okay, people like that. He used very plain language. Kept it simple. All right, lesson 5 coming your way. All right, here's lesson 5, everybody. It's the Declaration of Independence was covered in this section. So it says here, during the mid-1700s, the colonists' relationship with Britain became tense. Okay, American colonists tried to form many forms of political participation to make changes. So here we have the writers' declaration, included a list of grievances in a letter to King George III to explain why they wanted independence. So we're talking about the Declaration of Independence and all the things that led up to it. And they've got a different sort of self-check right here. It's kind of fun. So what am I? I'm a form of political participation. People use their voices to express their disagreement. Sometimes people carry banners. Okay, I was used against the Stamp Act and the British and other British laws. Okay, right here I can see banners. Okay, Stamp Act, things like that. I think it's protest. Run for office, definitely not. Write a letter, maybe, but carrying a banner, you wouldn't write a letter. Vote, you wouldn't carry a banner either. Protest. Oh, you got some neat sounds here and everything. All right, next one. There we go. Okay, what am I? I was written in 1776, included a list of grievances. I was signed by 56 delegates. Are you the U.S. Constitution? I don't think so. That would be later. Proclamation of 1763. No, that one dealt with westward expansion. We know that. Olive Branch was asking the king to, hey, let's just be friends. Declaration of Independence is correct. Who am I? I am the main author, so it's going to be a person, of the Declaration of Independence. I was born in Virginia and lived on a plantation. Okay, Benjamin Franklin, I don't think so. George Washington wasn't even there. He was out in the battles. Wasn't there during the Declaration of Independence. Maybe John Adams. Oh, but Virginia, I know Thomas Jefferson was. He was a very young lawyer, and he was the main author of the Declaration. Also a future president. All right, let's see what we got going here. I was born in Massachusetts and grew up in Boston. I protested British taxes. I was a successful merchant. I think I know who it is. I was the president of the Continental Congress. Okay, John Adams, John Hancock, Robert Livingston, and Robert Sherman. Okay, this one's kind of hard. I'm not familiar with all of these guys. I know John Adams. Okay, but this one right here, I just remember successful merchant. I remember John Hancock was very successful. Let's see if that's right. All right. Might have to look that one up if you're getting a question like that. Very specific. Who am I? Okay, people participate in me to have their voices heard. Okay, I became part of the committees of correspondence. And people ask questions of their elected officials. So people meeting together, asking questions. Would that happen in the House of Representatives? Maybe. Parent-teacher association? No way. Teacher-student meeting? No. Town hall meeting. If people are talking to their officials, that's got to be the town hall meeting. They're not going to go to the House of Representatives. Let's see. All right, so I think we are at the beginning again. Let's see if this is going to come up. Yep, sometimes carry banners. So we are repeating. If you remember that one, it's protest. Coming back with you for the next lesson. Here is lesson 6, everyone, and it's the war continues. Here's the summary for you. So you can see this woman right here actually taking a look, and she's giving this man some water. That's going to be important in this one. So now we've got the American Revolution. Okay, it included major battles. You've got the Continental Army, and they saw victories at the Battle of Saratoga. Okay, there's also dark moments for the Army, like the harsh winter at Valley Forge. Okay, and then women played an important part in the war, and allies from other countries came to the help of American troops. So those are people from other countries, significant people that made a contribution, and which had a positive impact on the war for the Patriots. Okay, so let's take a look at here. Lots and lots of objectives right there, and some questions. Okay, real specific answers on this one. This one's a little bit more difficult. Okay, in which battle did the Continental Army gain momentum over the British troops? Momentum means they kind of changed the course of the war. Okay, so this is a battle within the war. So is it the Battle of Brandywine, the Battle of Fort, okay, the Battle of Long Island, or the Battle of Saratoga? Okay, these are very specific, and you can look back in your readings. Okay, it was the Battle of Saratoga. Okay, for one reason I know because it mentioned it in the review. Kind of using the review to help out. All right, there we go. Correct. Okay, let's check out the next one. Which French nobleman was eager to help the Continental Army, became a key figure in helping the Patriots win? We know it's not King Louis. Okay, we know it's George Washington. It's got to be a French nobleman. So it's going to be one of these guys right here. Okay, I know that it's this one, Lafayette. Okay, Bernardo. Okay, I think that sounds more Spanish actually. Okay, let's see here. That is correct. Okay, like I said, these are very specific ones. This one's easy. Where did the Continental troops under George Washington spend the winter? Okay, very famous place, Valley Forge. Okay, they really struggled to survive there. What important role did Frederick Wilhelm von Steuben play in the American Revolution? Did he capture British soldiers? Did he captain a warship from France? Okay, did he train the Continental Army, or did he fight at Bunker Hill? Okay, he came over and he trained Continental Army soldiers. Okay, let's see if we got it right. Yep. So that would be a foreigner, an ally. Okay, what name was given to the woman who fought in the war? Was it Martha Washington? That would be the general or president's wife. Okay, Molly Pitcher, soldier's friend or hero of two worlds. Okay, it was called Molly Pitcher. Okay, this word comes from a battle, and it's just kind of a made-up name. And a pitcher, like a water pitcher, somebody that would carry water to the troops. So they just called him a Molly Pitcher. Kind of strange, but neat. All right. So we can restart, but I'll pause and come back with lesson 7. Okay, here's lesson 7. We're looking at the war ending. You can see that right up there. And in our summary right here, we've got political and military and economic factors, so money, influenced the American Revolutionary War and led to its end. So the United States found foreign allies in France, Spain, and the Netherlands. Okay, Netherlands, I think basically they loaned money. Okay, France and Spain did provide weapons and supplies like that, and France actually fought quite a bit. Okay, the Continental Army had experienced and intelligent leaders who outsmarted the British. Awesome. Both sides were spending large amounts of money on the war, and the siege of Yorktown, okay, was the final battle that signaled to Britain it was time to give up control of the colonies. Okay, lots of objectives right here, and a self-check with this drop down again. So in 1775, Blank started secretly sending supplies to the Continental Army to support their efforts against the British colonists. So we're looking for our ally. Was it China, Italy, Spain, or France? Okay, we know that these two were not even listed. Okay, Spain or France. France did the most, I believe, so I'm going to go ahead and try that one. Okay, Spain did have some. Hey, got it right. Good. Okay, as the defeat at the Siege of Charleston, General Blank was put in charge of the Continental Army in the South. Okay, I remember that this one was a color, and they've got all colors here. I don't remember General Blue, an amber, or a rouge. Okay, it was General Green. Okay, got it. Good, good. Okay, Blank provided Congress with loans to help fund the war. Okay, the Japanese never mentioned, Russians never mentioned, the English, we're fighting the English, not going to do that. It was definitely the Netherlands. They loaned money. Okay, and sometimes you have to look at the ones that are not and get rid of those. Washington developed a plan to surround the British colonists the British troops. Okay, I think he did it at, definitely not New York. Princeton, maybe. Charleston, maybe. Yorktown was the final battle. This is not the final battle. I think it was Charleston. One of these two. I'm going to go with Charleston. Oh, I did get it wrong. Yeeks. And it's probably got to be Princeton. Okay. What? Really? Did I put down Yorktown there? It was Yorktown. Okay. The peace, even your teachers get it wrong sometimes. The peace agreement between the British and the United States was called the Treaty of Florida, Paris, Quebec, or British. Okay, it was held in Paris. Okay, that's correct. I got that one correct. Okay, so, all right, I'll be back next. Okay, everybody, last review, lesson 8, the effects of the war. So we're looking for afterwards. So let's take a look here. We've got a picture, woman, fabric, everybody hanging out at the houses. Okay, adjusting to change can be difficult for the people of the now independent United States. It was especially challenging. Many people had lost loved ones and property during the war. The economy was worse after the war. Prices were high, paper money was worthless, and there was a huge debt to repay. slow progress occurred for women and some African American slaves because of the war. After many years of battle, the United States was entering a new phase in which it would define itself. Okay, let's take a look at our review down here. Okay, real specific questions again. Just use the process of elimination. Okay, before the Revolutionary War, what could a white married woman not purchase? Was it books, cloth, ribbons, or land? Okay, I think they could purchase this, this, and this to make things, right? And also to read. Land, I believe that's the biggest one. Let's see. All right, got it. Okay. What did the British promise to give slaves after the war if they ran away from their patriot masters to join the British forces? So if we're looking at slaves, what's the most important thing that they needed? And that was freedom. Okay. What requirement was dropped after the war for white men to be able to vote? Okay, so in order to vote, did they have to be married before that? I don't think so. And education? I don't think so. Property ownership, maybe, and farming experience. Okay, this is the one that makes most sense. Property ownership. So before the war, you had to own property in order to vote. So you'd have to be kind of the rich. All right. Which church members were pacifists? Pacifists are people that don't believe in fighting. Okay. The Jews or Jewish people, the Church of England, Roman Catholic, or the Quakers. Now, no offense at all to the Quakers, but I was just remembering the Quakers, it's kind of like you're shaking because you're scared. That's not true about them. It's just their belief, but I remember it that way. Quakers. Okay, good. Which group had thousands of supporters moving to Canada and Britain during and after the war? So they wanted to go either back to Britain or get out of the colonies. Okay, so you think about it. Sons of Liberty, no. Patriots, they want to stay in the colonies. Native Americans, I don't think they'd want to move to Britain. But the Loyalists, who said, hey, we'll stay with England, they wanted to get out of there. Okay. Boom. Got it. And restart. So guys, that's it. I know it's kind of long, 27 minutes there, 28 minutes. But go back and see if you can complete these lessons again, these reviews again, and then go ahead and take the test. All right, good luck to you. A couple things to remember. And get rid of the ones that don't make any sense, and then go with the one that makes the most sense. If you narrow it down to two, go ahead and go with the one that you think makes the most sense out of those two. All right, good luck to you guys. And raise that screen.